Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how to do the 5x5 program that been modified to train for calisthenics specifically. 5x5 program is a weightlifting full body workout that been trained specifically to increase strength and also size, but mostly strength. It consists of squat, deadlift, and bench press. But in this version that have been built specifically to train for calisthenics, I just keep the squat exercise as for the leg, and I train from the bench press and the deadlift to the dips and the pull-ups to train for like some other skill like front level and stuff, because it's also like increase your calisthenics strength. In this workout, it's gonna consist of 3 exercise and 5 sets for each of them. The first 3 sets is gonna be purely for warm-up as well as I train a little bit for hypertrophy. But the last 2 sets is gonna be like the real 5x5, which you try to lift the heavy weight that you can do between 3 to 5 reps range. And for this workout, you can do it for like three times per week. That's a maximum amount as well as a minimum. So it's quite convenient, like if you don't want to train too often but you want to get strong fast. On the first set, which consists of 3 sets for warming up, I start with like empty barbell and do it for like 20 reps. But normally you need to find a way that is just like 20% of your PR. Then after that, for the next set, you start to increase the weight to 35%, which I gonna do it for like 15 reps. That's for the second set. And for the third set, I increase the weight to 50% of my PR. And then I gonna do it for 10 reps. And for the fourth set, I gonna go with my 5x5 program. So which I gonna find a way that I can do between 3 to 5 reps. So it's gonna be 70 to 80% of my PR. So how much reps should you take between each set? I can recommend about for the first set, because the easy one, so you should start with like 1 minute. The second set you increase by 30 seconds, so like 1 minute and 1 minute and a half. And for the third set, you're gonna start with like 2 minutes. And when you get into your fourth and fifth set, which you're gonna do between 3 to 5 reps, I recommend rest about 2 minutes to 3 minutes, because you need to rest for like quite a while in order to completely feel refreshed to push yourself to the hardest for the last 2 sets. As you can see, I'm doing squat with like the Smith machine, but this is just optional. If you want, you can do it with like the normal way. For me, the normal way is like a little, for most people it's like a little bit harder than like the one you do with Smith machine, because it's require like more muscle to stabilize your body. But in this case, because like the gym is running out of rack, so I use a Smith machine instead. So for the squat technique, I recommend like when you squat out, you should go like parallel, at least parallel or under parallel for every reps. And when you lower down, I recommend try to lower down slowly, but when you push up, try to push as explosive as you can. For me, it's worked quite effectively. So this is how I apply for my last 2 reps. For my first 3 reps of warming up, I often try to do between the reps range and just go with like normal speed for all of it. But I recommend just like when you push up, go as explosive as you can. And then one thing I want you to pay attention to when doing squat is like when you're going down, try to like inhale in and hold it until like when you push it up, that's the time you exhale. So for me, it's worked quite effectively. So it's keep your core engaged. Make sure that like you not injure yourself. So how do you know when should you increase the weight? For me, in the last 2 sets, one you can do like for that way for like 5 reps for both 2 sets. Next week you should increase the weight by like 5 kilograms each side. And yeah, that's for squat only. In the last two sets, I like to use the belt because it allows me to do the exercise safely and also allow me to like push with a heavier weight. This is optional, but I think it's like really important to have a belt while doing like the 5x5 program. Unlike the squat, I start the first set with 15 reps only with my full body weight, and for every rep I try to push as explosive as I can. And on the second set I increase the weight by 10 kg, which allow me to do around 10 reps, but I aim for 9. And when every time you try to do like the warm-up set, you should, after you do like all the reps, you should feel like you can do extra 3 to 5 more reps. You should not put yourself like too hard for the first 3 sets. And for like the third set, I increase the weight by 20 kg, which I do only for 6 reps. For the second set, technically I just only go with like 10 to 15% of my max PR. And for the third set, I go with like 40 to 50% of my max PR. And for the last 2 sets, like the squat, I go with like the 5x5 program, which I choose a weight that allow me to go for like 3 to 5 reps, which is plus 40 kg. Let's say that you're not strong enough to do the dip yet, I recommend like turn the exercise into push-up. Or if you can use a resistance band, so that allow you to aim for the rep range without exhaust yourself or like push too hard. This same as a squat, if you can do up to 5 reps for the last 2 sets with the extra weight, on the next week or the next time you do the workout again, you should increase it by like 1.25 kg to 2.5 kg, unlike squat that you increase like between 2.5 kg to 5 kg. So time to talk about the technique for the dip. You know, for the dip, when you watch many people while doing the dip, they often go under parallel, but like I would not recommend like go under parallel, because it put a lot of pressure on your shoulder, and if you do it with like quite a heavy weight, you can actually injure your shoulder, and when you injure your shoulder, it's likely gonna be a long-term one. So I'm not recommend go with like under parallel. Many people think like, oh, when you not go under parallel, it should be way easier like go under. It's right sometimes, but like when you go for heavier weight, it actually kind of hard to just hold your body not to go under parallel. So you know, just go with like the way that you can control yourself. Just don't go too heavy, but always push yourself, go harder than last time, you know. Similar to the dips, I start with the first set with like only body weight, but I do with like only 12 reps and like 15 reps for the dip and like 20 reps for like the squat. Because the more reps you do on like the pull-ups, the harder it's gonna be, because the longer you need to hang on the bar. So if you go with like too many reps, you're gonna strain your, like you're gonna tiring your forearm. So it's not good for like the fourth and the fifth set. The first 3 sets is purely for like warm up and like train a little bit for like hypertrophy. So overall, I start with like the first set with like only body weight for like 12 reps, and then for the second set I increase the weight by 5 kg and I do for 9 reps. And then for the third set, I increase the weight by 15 kg and do it for 6 reps. And for like the fourth and fifth set, which is a 5x5 program set, I add like 30 kg to my pull-up, so that I can only do 3 to 5 reps. If you're not yet strong enough to do the pull-up, you should start with like the band, and you can also progressive overload with like the band itself. So try to find like the band that you can do like for 12 reps, and then lower the rep, which you find like a thinner band. And for, let's say you cannot do like 3 to 5 reps for like the pull-up with no weight at all. You can also apply it for this 5x5 program. And the other alternative for the pull-up is the Australian pull-ups. The rest time is also the same as for the squat and the dips. Now, until now, after you watch really like more than half of the video, you might wondering, why should I do like the just like 3 warm-up set like for like so long? Maybe I gonna strain my strength before I get to like 4x5 here, 4x5 set. But trust me, if you do the same thing as I did, you're actually not tiring at all, except if you go for like too heavy too early. Make sure for the first 3 rep, when you get to like the rep I want you to do, you must feel like you can do for 3 to 5 more reps. Just don't go too heavy with it. So which when you get to like rep 4 and 5, I'm pretty sure you like your body like quite warm up for it. And you know, for the other, you might say like, oh, when you warm up before any set, you need to do like cardio and stuff. For this, you just go straight cold into like the workout. And but like you still prevent that you're not gonna injure yourself. The technique is also like quite similar to like the dip. When you go down, try to go slow, but when you pull up, try for any weight, just pull as explosive as you can. And you need to pull yourself, make sure that your chin is above like the bar. That's good enough. For like the pull up grip, I think you can like go with like wide or narrow grip, or like normal grip. But like for the narrow grip, I think it's a little bit uncomfortable and put like a decent amount of pressure on your shoulder, so I'm not really recommend it. And if you don't want to, you can do like the chin up. But like sometimes I feel like the pull up actually easier than the chin up. If you agree or like don't agree, just say it down in like the comment section below. If you find this video helpful, like and subscribe to my channel. And you have any suggestion, let me know in the comment section down below. And you know, just share it to like other people. Maybe it's my help, and it's also help my channel to grow by quite a lot. Thanks